Okay, I'm just going to run through using graphs to solve inequalities. So for example, let's just say we have x squared minus 2x minus 8 is less than 0. So if I sketch x squared minus 2x minus 8, I get x minus 4x plus 2. So it's basically a parabola. Intercepts 4 and minus 2. So when y equals 0, x will equal 4 and minus 2. So it looks like this here. So the question here is actually saying you want to find where that curve will give you negative values. And you can see it's below here. So the value of x, where this actually happens, is in between minus 2 and 4. So that means it would be where it doesn't say equal to, so we don't want it equal to. So it's just going to be a curvy one like that. Minus 2 to 4, that's where you would get negative. So if you put in any value between minus 2 and 4, for example, minus 1, and you put it into this expression at the top here, so minus 1 squared minus 2 times minus 1 minus 8, you will get a negative value, as you can see. Okay. All right, so let's just look at, I want to do an equation. So let's look at, say, y equals, let's say the absolute value of x plus 2 is less than 3. So if you sketch y equals the absolute value of x plus 2, and then you sketch y equals 3, so let's have a look at that. So y equals x plus 2 means you shift 2 to the right, so it's going to be right on 45 degrees, and that'll be 2. And then when you put in the line y equals 3, let's put that in a different colour, so there's 3. Okay, so we're actually looking at where is that curve, which is this one here, less than this 3, less than y equals 3, which is there. So the place where it is actually less than y equals 3, that one. So if you look there, and you look there, so it's going to be there, anything between there, that's where the curve is less than. And when you go on the other side of whatever that number is there, is going to be greater than. Okay, so what is that actual value that is there? Now, if you just got the x, if you got the x plus 2 and you made it equal to 3, then you would have x plus 2 equals 3, and you just solve this, or x plus 2 equals minus 3, x equals 1, and x equals minus 5. That means this value here would be minus 5, and this value here would be 1. So that means that when you are solving this, that would be minus 5, that would be 1. Now, it's going to be anything in between these two values is where the absolute value part of this graph, that part there, that is actually where it is below the line. Okay? It's at that point. So when you're writing the solution there, it's going to be not equal, it's because it hasn't got an equal to sign, so it'll be not equal to it, but it'll be minus 5 all the way up to 1 is where this actually happens. Okay, so let's just look at a third example. All right, so let's go for, she won't do the absolute value one. Okay, so 2 to the x is less than or equal to 1. So I'm going to use the graph to solve that. So I'm going to sketch y equals 2 to the x, which looks like that, and that goes through 1. And then I'm going to sketch y equals 1, which looks like that. So I want to know where is that curve less than or equal to the other one. So where is the exponential? That would be where it is below the other one. That would be here. And there's the other one there. So it's below when you have x has to be less than or equal to 1. But it never goes below 0. So that means it's not equal to 0, but it only goes up to 1, not equal to 1. Or 0 is in between x is in between 1, but not... Oh, no, it can equal 1 because I didn't realise it's got an equal to side. So it can equal 1. So the difference on this one here would be a square bracket because it can actually equal 1. And that's because on this part here, that's got an equal sign on your inequality.